The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, journalist, one of the influential poets of American literature. He is also known as the father of free verse. The Voice of the Rain is a conversation between the poet and the rain as it falls from the heavens upon the earth. He asks the raindrops, "Who are you?" and even gets a reply and translates the answer for his readers. To this question, the rain replies that it is the poem of the earth. It rises continuously as vapor and returns in the form of rain. It purifies the earth and gives it life. It is like a song which finally returns to its singer in the form of appreciation after it has been heard everywhere around. It refreshes the dry earth, bathes the tiny particles, and settles the dust layers of the world. It brings the dormant spring to life and beautifies. The whole narrative of the rain is about how it leaves the ground, fulfills its duties in the atmosphere, and comes back to the ground out of love in order to beautify the world and spread life. "And who art thou?" said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. The poet asks a question to the soft falling rain. "Who are you?" assuming the rain to be a person. The answer which the rain gives is strange to express, but it is still translated or explained here. "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. "Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea." The rain replied, "I am the poem of the earth. I rise continuously from the land and from the bottomless oceans in the form of vapor, which cannot be touched by anyone," implying that the vapor form of the rain cannot be touched, seen, or understood by anyone. The literary device used here is personification. Rain has been personified to turn it into a being that talks. The poet asks a question and the rain gives an answer. The rain rises and descends. The purpose of using personification is to narrate the story and to see life from rain's point of view. Upward to heaven whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. The rain says that it keeps rising up towards the sky in the form of vapor. Up there it changes its form. It condenses into tiny water droplets but is not clearly formed. Though its form undergoes a change externally, but it is still made of the same matter internally. The vapor in the sky gets converted into water which falls on earth in the form of tiny water droplets. I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe. The rain says that it falls down on earth to provide water and greenery to the dry areas. It washes away small particles and dust from the surface of the earth. And all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. The rain gives life to the seeds which are hidden under the layers of earth. The seeds grow up to become plants only because of the rain, and in this way it gives life to earth. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin, and make pure and beautify it. The rain says that throughout the day and night it keeps rising in the form of vapor and provides life, enrichment, and greenery to the place from where it originated, the earth, rain's birthplace. By soaking the earth and again preparing a fresh life cycle for itself, the rain keeps on enhancing the beauty and purity of the earth forever.
For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. The poet realizes that the rain's life is similar to that of any song. Its birthplace is the poet's heart, from where it originates and travels everywhere round the globe. It then returns to the singer in the form of adulation or acclaim. The rain is the song of earth which, once complete, also wanders everywhere and then returns to where it belongs after its fulfillment. It may change or remain the same as it travels, but one day it returns to the poet with all due love of the listeners. In whatever condition it is, whether it is ruined or not, it returns with a lot of love to its birthplace. The last lines of the poem are kept in brackets as they do not belong to the conversation between the poet and the rain. The voice of the rain is written in blank verse and the tone of the poem is conversational in nature. This method has an advantage. It helps to maintain continuity of thought and ideas with the poet and also brings clarity and vividness in the expression. The entire water cycle is beautifully depicted right from the stage of evaporation from the land and bottomless seas. It then rises to the sky where it condenses to form weak clouds and then falls back onto the place of its origin, earth. This fixed cyclical movement is continued till eternity. The rain is the poem of the earth which brings happiness and joy to the human beings, just like poetry highlights the exalted exhilaration of the soul. Poetic devices personification. The rain has been personified throughout its conversation with the poet. Metaphor. Rain has been compared to a poem or a song. It is an implicit comparison. The metaphor expresses how the rain leaves the ground to come back to it, much like a song or a person who leaves his home only to come back after fulfilling his journey. Imagery. We see different images related to the rain and its effects. The readers cannot help but think about the evaporation of water from the land and seas. The formation of shapeless clouds, the pattering sound of the rain, and how it clears all the dust around. The seeds sprout and there is greenery all around after it falls. It is evident in the reply of the rain. Paradox. The rain claims to give life back to its own origin by falling back on it, making the parched ground wet and the seeds sprout. This is paradoxical because it seems unlikely that someone can give life to its own progenitor, that is, life giver. Yet, the reader has no reason to disbelieve this as the truth, because the rain certainly gives life back to its origin, the earth. The attitude of the poet is graciously reverent. Whitman believes rain to be so great as to be forever constant and unstoppable in its course. Another line states that without rain no life would be sustained, showing the poet's awe at the rain's power in the course of nature. Rain and musical notes fall softly on the earth and the ears respectively. The rain emerges from earth and the song from musical notes. The poet has brought out the parallel by calling rain the poem of the. The comparison between the poem and rain is demonstrative of Whitman's transcendental beliefs. He associates poetry with the eternal cycles of the natural world. His poem is vital and eternal. The readers, droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, in reading poetry will make them flourish and grow. The poem has the task of bringing joy, happiness, life to its readers. Similarly, the raindrops falling over drought-stricken earth bring new life to the land as it also returns to its origin.
Create. created using Powtoon.